Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a Bat Châtillon 15558. It's the Tier 10 French SPG. This one's located on the North Spawn of Fisherman's Bay, and it's under the command of the BassmanFromHell. Now this is the auto-loading Arty. 3 shots in the magazine, and game's about to start. Yep. Well, the reload is actually quite long on this Arty, but it used to be longer when there was 4 shots in the magazine. The Bat Chat 15558 was designed off the hull, or parts from the hull of a pattern, but the rest of it's French. 155mm gun, which is actually fairly accurate, but you've got a fairly long delay between shots. Now, I'm not sure why he's actually knocking the fence down there ahead of him, but presumably that's to give the enemy the idea that he's actually gone somewhere else or past somewhere else. Okay, he's got 3 shots ready to go. I think it's about 10 seconds between each shot. We've got a T100 LT up at the centre line. Normally somebody's silly enough to go up to that bush to have a look across at the enemy. And oh, there's a T95 FV4201, the Chieftain, over there as well. This Tier 10 game, all Tier 10 tanks in it. But just recently I saw the T95 Chieftain in a Tier 8 game as a premium, which is rather odd. Well, he's got a hit for 292. He's trying to chase that Bat Chat, but he gets away. So he's still got 2 shots ready to go, but no targets to fire at. There is a target on the map that you can see right over the far side. It's an E4 and a Centurion Action 10, and he's gone to overhead view to see if he can work out a solution for the tanks that are closer, but no. Normally I'd say on this sort of situation where the tanks in the centre have disappeared, expedite what you can see, and that's over on the far side, and he's doing that straight away, but comes back for some reason. No enemy in sight. Our guys in the town have actually stopped. They haven't moved any further south. So Baseman's decided to do the smart thing, which is to go over to the tanks that he can see over on the far side of the map, and he's now going to try and hit that E5 or the Jaegeru, who's suddenly come into view, and he's got 252 off the Jaegeru. Just reloading the last shell. Lining up, rounds out. Looks like it might be a hit. It is! 312 off the front of that Jaegeru. But now he's got a fairly long wait to reload. I think it's around about 37 seconds. Don't quote me on that. Oh, there's a number of enemy tanks there. That's probably why our guys were reluctant to move forward. In fact, one of them's showing stun already, so the enemy Arty's probably been having a pop at them. Almost loaded. Not quite. And you can start laying those shells down on the enemy. There's a Death Star there, the FB215B183, and I think that's going to be his first priority target. Rounds out on him. Direct hit for 337, and he's picked up some stun assist. Lining him up for the next shot as well. Rounds out. Looks like somebody else hit him. So I think we just donated a huge number of hit points to our platoon, or our fellow Arty on our team. E4's just around that corner. He's doing the smart thing. Go to overhead view. You can actually look down and see when your shot is lined up on the enemy. It's the little trick that a lot of Arty players do use, and that way you can maximize the splash and the stun assist on the enemy by laying the shell next door to them. If you try to do it through battle assistance, sometimes you can get the distance wrong and the shell will land far behind them. He's getting requests to shoot these guys now, so our guys have moved far enough south that they need some help. And of course we've got a Jaegeru on our own team as well, and so Jaegeru versus Jaegeru, I think he needs a little advantage, and that's a few Arty rounds to deal some damage. Oh! Well, it was the E4 that actually took out that Jaegeru. Okay, he's loaded. Turret's turned around to face these enemy. MXM454 is hiding in those bushes. and the E4 is hiding around the corner, so there's nothing really to shoot at in the town. Looking back over this side, we've got a 50B that we can shoot at, and an E4 that keeps popping out of that pocket. We lose sight of the 50B, but he was moving behind the bunker. Our Jaegeru's only got 2% of health left on that corner. Oh, now there's a good target to shoot. The Object 2684. Again, that's a priority target because that tank destroyer really only can be damaged badly by HE rounds from the front or AP rounds from the rear. If you get it hit one of those on the rear quarter with an AP round, it should go through. But stunning him really does have the right effect. Look, 237 hit points there, 143 from the first shot, and he's picked up some stun assist. In fact, that 2684 is on his last legs now. Basically, he's very, very low on hit points. And he's out the game. That was the Wizzy 111 Model 5A. Well, Bassman's decided he needs to reposition, and I don't blame him either, because the enemy's just getting way too close, and that's Conqueror gun carriage probably needs to think to do the same. If he doesn't move, then he could end up getting taken out by the enemy, and Arty needs to be active to hold the enemy back. Bassman's loaded, and now he's ready to go. And when he looks towards the town, that E4 is in the shadow of those buildings, so no joy there. There is an M454 has moved up with the E4, but again he's behind the building, so there's nothing much we can do here. At the centre line, that T95 FE401's coming to sight again, and now he's a one-shot. The gun turns to line up with the target. He dials in, rounds out. Oh, it was close, and he did get the stun assist. Over on the west side of the map, it looks like all our teammates actually got wiped out. So the only person who's actually between that E4 and the totally taking the west side of the map is our T92 HMC. And that's really not the sort of vehicle to be defending against an E4. So basically, Bassman needs to come back to this side of the map because it's now the safest part of the map. And we just lost our 705A, but he's lining up a shot on the E4. He's got a red line. Something is in the way, and I think it's that house. Yep, that's better. He's lined up now, but he's got to turn his turret. Could turn the vehicle towards the enemy. That would turn the turret quicker. That E4 is a one-shot. Yes, he's gone. Bat Chat's making a quick arrival. Line him up. Rounds out. Good shot. 182 splash. Stopped him in his tracks. Now, that's what should happen to all wheelie vehicles. The moment they get hit by splash, they should grind to a halt immediately and have to fix their vehicle. Yes, I can't rant about wheelies enough, I'm afraid. They have ruined the game, really. And when community contributors like Klaus Kellerman say that they are ruining the game, he's right. He's absolutely right. They are destroying the game. Well, Gorilla 15 is the last guy in the line there to prevent that E4 from going towards the cap. And the E4's got an AMX-50B, the one that we saw down the other end, to back him up. But Bassman's not going to stick around for the moment. Oh, well, he was making as if he was going to move, but then the E4 suddenly come into sight. And it looks like our Gorilla 15 got hit, and now Bassman's reloading. He needs 3 shells. It's going to be a few seconds before he's ready, unfortunately. And the Gorilla tries again. He's using the Bush mechanic, but that E4 is just getting way too close. And if he carries on like this, he'll auto-detect that Gorilla. Regardless, he must be auto-detected now. Oh, look, the Gorilla's lost a huge amount. But there goes the E4. But remember that AMX-50B was following him. Down on the other end of the map in the south end, the Bat Chat 25 ton is making a real nuisance of himself to our Wizzy. And he's being killed, unfortunately. But the Bat Chat is now one shot. That's a little late. It's a long distance. You need to lead the target a lot more. Okay, he's loaded his second round. There's the Bat Chat. Give it a nice long lead to hit the target. You'll need to lead it a bit more. Not far enough, I think, there. Yeah, lands behind. Wait for the shell to go in. Bit too close. Oh, he's been tracked for a second there. It looks like he may have lost his driver. I think he lost his driver, and that slowed him down enough that the pattern could take him out. And that means now there's only 2 Arty and that AMX-50B on the enemy team. And that would give us the chance to actually cap out and win. I think the pattern's got other ideas. I think he wants to no-kill cap all. No, cap kill all, rather. Spoonerism there. So it's incumbent upon Bassman to get to the enemy cap as quickly as he can. Start the cap going. Puts pressure on the enemy. Much more likely to get the win that way. He's driving straight towards... Is he going to go straight towards the cap? He could. There's nobody over this side of the map. Yeah, that's what he's going to do now. The T-92 and the Conqueror are just way too slow to make it over this side that quickly. The Bat Chat 155-58 is one of the fastest Arties in the game. And therefore, when you need to move about quickly, this is the Arty to do it in. Either that or one of the Lorraines, which are based on the Lorraine 40-ton tank. Well, there's the AMX-50B's been spotted, and unfortunately we lost the pattern. Taken out by the enemy T-92 HMC. That's what happens sometimes when you go no cap kill all. And he got the kill on the 50B! Blind shot kill, he took him out. He's loaded his next round. That means it's Arty versus Arty now. And he needs the help of the T-92 and the Conqueror gun carriage. The Bat Chat 155-58 at the other end of the map. He's near the cap, and our Conqueror gun carriage has found him, and he's made the enemy Bat Chat run away. Now, can we get a shot on him? Lining him up. Lead the target. Fires the round in. Just misses, but he's got another shot ready. Line him up. He's been damaged. Rounds out. This could be a kill. It is! And it was a blind shot kill because he couldn't see the Bat Chat, but he knew generally where the guy was. And he could see the tracer issuing from that bush. And that saved the life of the Conqueror gun carriage, but he's still capping. Now the question is, where is the last Arty in the game? The T-92 HMC? I suspect he's up the other end of the map. In fact, the others are indicating he's in A1. Now the best thing to do is, there's one of the enemy shots, and he did get stunned, but he didn't get reset. So it didn't do any damage, but it was within the stun radius. That might encourage the enemy if... but really the best thing to do is stay on the very edge of the map, because if you actually increase the size of the map, the cap circle, if you actually sit on the very, very edge, and there's the last enemy, he's got 3 shots ready to go. He could both cap out and win by killing all the enemy. Last shot still to go. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1. He's capped out, but he wants one more shot. Rounds out. Kill shots! He capped and he killed all. Wow. What an ending. That was pretty good. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. Only a second class tanker for the Bassman from Hell in the Bat Châtillon 155-58, but he got a pair of medals, which everyone likes to get if you're in an Arty. He managed to get the Raider for not being detected throughout the entire game and being the only player who captures the enemy base. He also got the Invader medal for getting at least 80 capture points and winning by cap. And he also got a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 12 in this one. But of course, the best thing of all was he actually won the game by killing all the enemy. And that increases the XP that you all earn if you kill all of the enemy tanks, because there's a bonus which is based on the number of kills, or not the number of kills, but the amount of damage that's actually done. So the bonus is much higher if you kill all the enemy for everyone. The win rate from that game was 2,807, which is Unicum standard. So let's have a look at the team score and see exactly what he managed to do. Well, didn't get the highest damage in the game, but I don't think that matters. He did get the win. 4,136 hit points of damage went to the Wizzy 111 Model 5A. 3,783 to the Jaeger on our team. And the next high score after that was the E4 on the enemy team with 3,730. When it came to Bassman, he managed to get 2,604. He was beaten by the Conqueror gun carriage, who got 3,311, and that should be a Gauze. No, it's a Confederate. And the T92, 2,441. So all three Arty worked very efficiently during that game. When it came to kills, it was shared between the 5A, Bassman, and the M48 Patton. All got 3 kills apiece. Second, 2 kills for the Jaegeru, and the E4, the T92 on the enemy team, and the Bat Chat 25 ton. When it came to base XP, it was the 5A, 936. He got it on virtue of the fact that he got the highest amount of damage. He didn't pick up a high caliber though, that. Very odd, that. 857 for the Conqueror gun carriage, 843 for the Patton, 770 for Bassman. He fired 19 rounds in that game, got 8 direct hits and 3 penetrations and 10 splash. Damage of 2,604 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters. He did receive 1 hit by way of splash damage. That was from the enemy Arty. I think it was the T92 HMC who actually fired a round at him, but it only stunned him. It didn't actually do any damage, and that's why the cap was not reset. 8 enemy vehicles damaged, 3 killed, and 834 hit points of stun assist off 10 stuns. And he got 100 cap points because he was the only one in the cap. In fact, he was the only one who could get to the cap in time, ready to do the necessary. And so it was incumbent on him to win the battle for his team. 30,317 credits. I know it's the wrong way around. It's on a premium account, but there was some problem with the way that the replay manager was actually recording the data. So it put the data for the premium in the standard account, the free-to-play account. And after resupply of ammunition, he actually made a profit of 9,037 credits. He picked up 12 bonds for the battle at tier 10, 5 for the awards, 7 for the battle. And he also picked up 770 XP times 2 for the first victory, 1,540 experience points altogether. He says, I'm greedy, I want to kill all and cap. I don't blame you. But the thing was that you did do exactly what you needed to do, your duty, which was to ensure that you won the game by capping. You did the right thing, you head for the cap, you got in there to put the pressure on the enemy, and then that lovely shot, it was just in time. The clock had actually ticked over to 0, but you managed to put that round in right into his ass to win the game and get the bonus for everyone. So very well done. If you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like and do subscribe to our channel, and thank you for watching.